Sean Cunningham.
Hey, Luke, you got me okay?
Yeah.
Perfect. I thought I'd, before I get into basketball, obviously noticing your shirt, if maybe you'd be able to talk about maybe the message behind it and what kind of inspiration in wearing it today.
Well, the message behind it is, with everything that's been going on, I think it's very important that we continue to talk and bring to light how to continue to try to make our country better. And voting is a big part of that. And I know the Kings organization is opening up Golden One for 10 days during the voting period as a place for a lot of Sacramento people to get out and vote. So just continuing to support the idea of, whoever you vote for to get out there and vote and make your voice heard.
Right on. And then for you guys, and having yesterday away from practice after that game, how much was that needed? What were you guys able to kind of focus on, and just kind of what were there? Did you sense frustration after that game?
Yeah, there's healthy frustration. We wanted to win, and we don't feel good about losing. The next day we had a good long video session, and we went over to the gym, but it was more getting some shots up for guys that played big minutes, and playing some 3-on-3, 4-on-4 for guys that didn't get big minutes, and trying to continue to get Alex some up and down contact, knowing with where the schedule is at. So it always feels better when you get into the gym, even if it's just to get some shots up and hear the ball bounce. So we're in a better place now.
James Ham.
Hey, Luke, how are you?
Good, James. You?
Good. So when you get through a game like that in a film session like you had yesterday, are you having good accountability behind the scenes with players having conversations with other players and sort of the team itself self-regulating?
Yeah. There was some pretty clear and obvious mistakes that we made, and things that we got to get better at. And we know that, we're here to try to make a playoff push, and we know that it's an 8-game tournament. And we didn't get out to the start we wanted to, but it's also about continuing to build habits for where the future of this team is going. And those type of video sessions there's always going to be honesty and dialogue, and hopefully we'll correct those tonight. But it's important that we keep addressing them as we build a winning team.
And watching the game back, Fox had a great night, but he even left some points on the board there. Are you talking to him about being that aggressive every night and taking that step to, really to start him?
Yeah, we want Fox that aggressive. And I think as, he continues to do that and continues to grow, he'll put that type of pressure on defenses, and as they start to collapse more, also be able to find shooters and get some of those guys going as well. But that was a great effort by De'Aaron. It kind of picked up to where he was playing the type of ball he was playing before the break. But now that game's done with, so we need that same type of effort, maybe not 39 points again, but that same type of attack mode mentality that he played with.
Jason Jones.
Hey, Luke.
Jason.
You kind of answered my first question about in terms of De'Aaron finding guys, but he's in that attack mode. How much is that, though, is just part of his growth and development of knowing, okay, I got it going, where to find guys? Because I imagine that ideally you wouldn't want him to have to take 30-plus shots to keep you guys in a game.
Yeah, well, I thought he did a really nice job. We always want him to push and be in attack mode, and then as he gains experience and continues to grow, he'll recognize when he's doing that how teams are going to adjust. In San Antonio, a couple of times they put all 5 guys in the paint to try to stop it, but for most of the game, that paint was open. And part of the reason the paint was open is because, Belly was playing some five. So it's tough to be a big man and not stay close to Belly. But a lot of those reads he made were the right one, because we always want him to attack the rim first. And unless he gets stopped or there's a crowd in there, we'll take the layup. But as the game continues to move on, that's when and teams make adjustments. That's when we want to continue to look for our shooters too.
And is another step the team has to take collectively is how to make adjustments without you calling a timeout. I'm thinking about the situations the last game where maybe Belly's getting switched on to a guard. Do you want them to be able to say, okay, do we need to change something until we can get the ball stopped? Or is that just a thing where you want to be the one to step in and fix those things?
Well, ideally, we'll get to the place where it's both. Right now, but some of the stops we needed to get, came from not finishing the play with a rebound in the second and third opportunity for our team. So that's always going to be challenging. I think the first step in that progression is the mentality that, what the game plan is. We're going to get stops doing that. And we're going to be down if Belly or somebody gets switched onto somebody quicker. Our shell is tight and we're ready to help on the drive and then recover the shooters. So I think more so than anything, Jason, it was more those types of mistakes than anything else. These games are tough to win. We have to be ready to make multiple efforts every play.
G-Man?
Luke, what would you consider the points of emphasis for this matchup today?
Well, this is a very good executing team. We knew the San Antonio game was going to be up and down. So this is a team that we want to look to push. We don't want to let them get their half-court defense set, because they're very good when they're in that half-court defense. And then for us defensively, we have to defend for 24 seconds, right? The San Antonio game was more transition. This is, they're going to run their offense side to side, and they might take 18 seconds of the shot clock multiple times throughout the game. So it's a play the full 24-second defensive mentality, finish with rebounds, look to push the pace, and then, as always, take care of the ball.
Thank you.
Leo Bees? Leo, you there?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Perfect. Hey, Coach. So your team allowed 43 points in that first quarter, and a lot of people may think that was bad defense. But when I went to go look back at it, possession by possession, I counted 18 contests, like really good contests, 5 semi-contests, 4 open shots. Would you say that it was more of the Spurs making a lot of tough shots, or would you say it was a little bit of both of your team playing?
Yeah, it's a little bit of both, but the lesson we need to learn is they start making some tough shots, some challenging shots when, one, we foul and put them on the free throw line because now they get a rhythm, and two, a couple of those early breakdowns, for example, when White came off and just hit a three from behind the screen. There was another one, the ball was in the post and Bogey kind of got lost on him, and he got another, pretty easy open look early. Now when we're getting the good contest, those guys are already kind of feeling good. So I know what you're talking about, and I thought the effort got better as we went. But when shooters in this league, once they get in a little bit of a rhythm, it's tough to turn them off.
Yeah, because in that second quarter, the Spurs actually got 4 wide open shots and they just didn't fall. And in the first quarter, I felt like you guys did a much better job in contesting those shots. And sometimes guys just make, or they make shots and they don't. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, Leo.
Tony Harvey?
Yeah, Coach Walton. Bogdanovich, he looked good at the firing range the other day. Near exceptional. He's usually playing in competition around this time of the year anyway. How's he been looking to you this past month?
He's been very solid. I think I think the way that he plays the game, the more we can get him touches is going to be better for our offense. We need him to continue to challenge himself on the defensive end, continue to look to play make for us because he has the ability to do both playmaking and shooting. And I tell him and Buddy any single time one of them are open, that's a good shot for us. So be ready to catch and shoot at all times because we're looking for him.
Thank you, Jason Anderson. Just a couple more.
Hey, Luke, good to see you today.
You too, Jason.
You mentioned that there was some really honest dialogue during that film session. Where are you guys doing your review? Like, where did that film session take place, and what would you say was the most honest moment in your critique?
Well, we do the film sessions at our hotel. It's we normally, if we have film, we'll do it there in our room, and then get on a bus and go to the practice facility. As far as the critique, it was from the game. Most of it was from the defensive end, and we had some clips where if we want to win, we got to do certain things better. So. I'm not going to get into the details of exactly what was said, but most of where the improvement had to happen was in defensive clips. Offensively, score 120. That's even with some off shooting. We shot I think 31% from three, which we're a better shooting team than that, but it's still enough points to win. So that's why both ends of the court are important, and you see. The teams that are winning consistently are able to get stops as well.
Okay, thank you, Luke.
Yeah.
All right. Last one, Josh Robbins from the Athletic Orlando.
Luke, you remember what it was like to shoot free throws in front of 18,000 roaring fans. Does it in this unusual circumstance where there are no fans in the building, do you think that requires an adjustment for players to shoot free throws under game conditions?
Yeah. I would say out of everything, the free throw line is probably where mentally it would be the most different. I think as guys are competing and getting going, they kind of get lost in the game. But there's times at the free throw line that it's pretty quiet in the gym. So yeah, that's probably a little, one of the adjustments players have to make as far as playing with no crowd out there.
Thank you, Luke.
Yeah.
All right, Coach, you are good to go. Thank you.
Appreciate it.